Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. It's your boy Big Vern in the building, getting it in as always. Shout out to us, rocking hard. Been a good show on this Tuesday morning, a comfortable Tuesday here in the Midwest. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. So in that first segment, we were talking some Jacksonville football. New guy in the seat, Mac Jones, same result. Jacksonville's awful. Doug Marrone's got to be fired. Then we talked the dynamic Dumbos, Gerard Mayo and Drake Mayonnaise. They team up for another epic failure in New England. Then Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins shows his age and looks extremely old as the Falcons, they get curb stomped by the Denver Broncos. From the NFC South to the NFC West, Gino Smith. Gino Smith wins a meaningless game against the San Francisco 49ers. This was hard to watch. This was really hard to watch. And the whole time I'm just thinking, wow, just a year ago, San Francisco found themselves in the Super Bowl. They were one of the best teams in the NFC. And now they're at 500. They're struggling. They're struggling. And if I'm, like I said, as much as I give the 49ers, as much shit as I give them, and Kyle Shanahan, I call it Shanna Scam, he's got to know Brock has got to throw for more than 146 yards. He's got to throw for more than 146 yards. They almost had more yards rushing than they did throwing. And they can't stop anybody. They can't stop anybody. And then here's the crazy part. Seattle, they had to win that game to be 5-5. So now they have the tiebreaker in the division. But on a large scale, when you look at this, does it matter? The Seahawks didn't even rush for 100 yards in this game. Come on, man. Y'all lost a home game to a team that didn't even rush for 100 yards. San Francisco held on to the ball for 33 minutes and 25 seconds. And all y'all got was 17 points to show for it? Come on, man. And interceptions. We got penalties. Y'all, 9 penalties for 54 yards. That's embarrassment. That's just fatigue. Get it together. I'm just looking at this thing and saying, when you go down the numbers and you slice it, they sacked Gino Smith 4 times. They sacked him 4 times and they picked him off. And he still won that game. Man, we're going to get deep in the numbers. Let's give me a quick 20 and we'll be back on it. This is Big Vern. Give me a 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. Drop the spot. Better pizza, better ingredients. If you got the app open, you can go ahead and check out the Shaq-a-Roni Pizza, $12.99, and that's for members only. And then there's Papa Pairings. You get 2 and more when you pair the papadilla. You get the cookies, you get the breadsticks, and the whole shebang. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, make sure you get yourself a Papa John's pizza tonight. We got the NBA on and some pretty good college basketball games. Tomorrow we'll give you our projections for the conference championships. That's the Big 10, the Big 12, the SEC, and ACC. However, back to this game, because as I said, it was pretty hard to watch. Jason Myers, he boots a 52-yard field goal. Seattle, they're the first to draw blood. They're on the board. It's 3-0. Then Brock Purdy, he takes the offense all the way downfield, pulls it down, calls his own number, gets that 10-yard run. Just like that, San Francisco is up 7-3. Second quarter, again, they call on Meyer and his services. First quarter, he had 52. This quarter, he had 57 yards. This dude's got a crazy leg. He's out there kicking like no tomorrow. That was the first half, 6-7. That was the first half. Again, very hard to watch. 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs. Nobody really catching their footing. McDonald is sitting there, is trying to go ahead and figure out Shanahan, and he's pretty much, it's a chess match back and forth. But you would think they would make adjustments coming out of halftime. Jake Moody, he gets a 33-yard field goal. The defense stood up. They limit having San Francisco playing on the road, having San Francisco take that field goal. It's 10-6 at this point. And then you had Kenneth Walker. He got that 1-yard touchdown when Gino moved the guys downfield. The Seahawks go up 13-10, and then that puts us in the fourth quarter with everything on the line. Things are tightening, and the 49ers, they actually strike first. Brock Purdy, he hits Juwan Jennings for that 3-yard touchdown. Boom. Just like that, San Francisco is up 17-13. That's at the 9-minute and 33 mark. Now, here's where things flip the script. And it's almost like the whole game, Gino's getting sacked. Gino threw a pick. I mean, it couldn't have went any worse for Gino Smith in this game. But fate fell on this dude and the football warriors and the football odds. And I'll be back to paint it up how this thing went down when we get back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live with another rap album we're promoting. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, dropping next month. Yes, next month. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites that they already released is Gorgeous. That song is crazy. We've only done this for one other album, which is LL Cool J, and we were right. We're going to be right again, so make sure you go get this where you legally consume music. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, drops next month. Yeah, shout out to Snoop and Dre, still out here getting it in. So when we last left off, we were talking about this game and how going into the fourth quarter, when the San Francisco 49ers, they got their go-ahead score from Juwan Jennings, and you had the score of 17-13 in a game that went completely left for Gino Smith. And then this guy starts moving the ball. I'm talking about down the field. He's finding his guys. They're making those plays. You're inside the 2-minute warning. They still seem to keep moving the ball. I mean, it's almost like he had this thing in his mind where I'm not going to lose this game. I'm not going to lose this game. And then what do you know? 12 seconds left in the game. Gino pulls it down, calls his own number, and runs into the end zone for that 13-yard touchdown run. That took guts. That took guts. And shout out to him because, again, he had to go ahead and put it all on the line to even get them back to 500. The next 4 games for the Seahawks, the Cardinals, they come to Seattle. The Jets, they have to go see the Jets. I don't even think that matters. Then they get the Cardinals again. That's a terrible sandwich. That's a shit sandwich. And then they host Green Bay on December the 18th. You possibly could be looking at a 4-0 stomp by Seattle. And at that point, what do you have to say for Gino Smith? You know, and it's like, did this game matter? Because they don't play the San Francisco 49ers again. They play the bottom of the division in the Cardinals, and then they play another bottom feeder in the Rams. That's it. And outside of them playing a clear dominant team, that's the Vikings. And that's how their schedule shakes out. The Vikings is a clear dominant team that they'll go and, the Vikings have to come to them, and so do the Packers. But everybody else is having a losing season. And you could have a situation where the Seattle Seahawks, they find themselves in a wild card situation going down the stretch, playing some of the best football, when it gets close to playoff time. And if that's the case, Gino Smith has to be one of the comeback players. I mean, he was doing it last year, but I mean, I'm just at a loss for words how bad it is in San Francisco when they can't seem to win a game against Gino Smith. Hit me up in the comments. This is Big Vern. We'll be